Hey everyone, I'm Epion, and today we're playing some Commander on MTGO. Win the die roll, so we're going to go first. We are playing Damia, the Sage of Stone, and our opponent is playing Rafiq of the Many in foil. This hand is very slow, and it also has no blue. I think we have to mulligan. This hand is slightly better. I think this one we can keep. So let's go ahead and play Woodland. That at least allows us to play Steve next turn. We still, I think, would have really liked some removal. But if nothing else, we can get a second blue source and hold up Hinder. We may just have to do that. Okay, Soul Ring is fine because you're not anywhere close to Rafiq yet. Polluted Delta. We don't have Tropical Island or Underground Sea. So this turn we're actually just going to do this and play Steve. This can find us another blue. Then we can use this to find our Bayou. That'll put us at double green, double black, and double blue. Lacking removal still is kind of rough. So most of our plans rely on this Hinder. Okay, Angelic Benediction, that's fine. It's a pretty nice card with Rafiq. You get to tap down a blocker as well. Let's go ahead and sack Steve. Grab that island, and then we'll play our Polluted Delta. And there's a Dark Slick Shores. That's awkward. So we'll go ahead and just leave it like this and send it back. On the off chance he has the natural green, we still want this Hinder. Well, he did have the natural green. Did come in tapped though. Exalted. Yep, okay. That's fine. So we'll sack this for an Overgrown Tomb instead. And we're not going to pay 2 life. Soul Tide and Charm does literal nothing against Rafiq, so we definitely don't want to do that. We'll play this. We also can't do Darkslick Ingot and still hold up Hinder. So we'll just go ahead and play this Relic. And then we're going to send it back. We'll just hold up this Hinder just in case. Unfortunately, even if we do Hinder and get rid of Rafiq, it looks like this guy may just be playing all Exalted guys anyways. Which means all of his attackers are technically, you know, threats. I wonder if this is more of a budget type deck. Guildgate, some basics. I don't know, it's hard to say with this Soul Ring. Build top 4 cards of the library, put a creature from them into your hand, the rest in the graveyard. Oh, that's not too bad. Tracker's Instincts may actually just be great. Oh, that's not what I wanted revealed. So you got a Frontline Sage. Exile target tapped creature. Interesting. Has a sorcery. Tracker's Instinct seems like it'd be really good in like Sidisi. Yep. So let's dismiss, 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 and that. We'll close this. And this is fine. So technically playing around hinder. So I guess good on him for that. And this is going to smack us for a pretty fair amount. Fortunately, since we used this for our relic, we weren't able to hold up Soul Time Charm as well. Alright, man, you gotta put all those triggers on stack. There you go. So it looks like we're taking 4 here. We're just gonna F6 here. Taking a while to resolve all those triggers. Nope. No blocks. Thornwood Falls, eh? Well, let's go ahead and play that. Still want to keep hitting our land drops, obviously. We're pretty close to actually just casting Damia. So I think what we'll do is tap this, this, and this. And then we have the ability to hold up both Sultai Charm and Hinder using this Darksteel Ingot. Coastal Tower. Interesting. Okay, Sigiled Paladin, sure. A Wrath effect would obviously be great for us. Oh boy, those triggers. We already played a land pre-combat, so we don't have to worry about Rafiq coming down post. So let's go ahead and just Sultai Charm the attacker. I don't think we want to take any more damage, and it clears one of the sources of Exalted off if it resolves. Let's just go ahead and F6 again. Our lack of removal is definitely hurting us. Just going to draw a card and discard, okay? Okay, Venser. We'll go ahead and send it back. We definitely don't want to get smacked with this Rafiq if we can help it. I think at the end of the turn what we'll do is we'll Relic to draw an additional card. Yep. There's Rafiq. So let's go ahead and hinder this. Nope, we don't want to put it on top. So now, short of being able to search him out, I feel like that was pretty good for us. Travel preparations. Yeah, okay. You gonna flash it back? No. Okay. Do you attack with both here? Nope, just that one. Okay. The unfortunate thing is he has to double white to replay it post-combat, but just go ahead and play this Fencer, and we'll bounce that to his hand. I think against the Exalted deck, we definitely want to try and keep a pretty healthy life total. And up to this point, he's doing a pretty good job of managing what we're doing as well, keeping us on our back foot. So let's say if he decides to replay the knight. Yep. Sure, you got it. Counterspell. Definitely have to think what the chances are of him having a piece of removal for Damia. I think we have to go ahead and try and get Damia down. It's a little uncomfortable playing her without anything to protect her. But our hand is starting to get, obviously, very empty. And with our opponent tapped out, this is probably going to be one of the best times that we can to try and get that resolved. That being said, if we can survive this turn, we're going to get a full hand with Counterspell backup. This is a lot of mana. When it attacks, it can exile a guy. Okay? I'm not super worried about this guy yet. When it attacks, can exile target creature defending player controls until this leaves the battlefield. Okay. So next turn, he's definitely going to eat one of my guys. Okay, you're going to tap Damia. That's fine. I mean, your guy has first strike, so that was never going to be a thing. But no, we'll keep Venzer around. I don't think we need to chump with him just yet. Alright, hopefully we get something good here. Wow, this was a hot mess of nothing. This is actually just a whole bunch of garbage. So I think we'll go ahead and just play the Lotus. And then we will tap the Lotus for the Lantern. And we're going to go ahead and crack the Relic. For a Thragtusk. Which does mostly nothing. This Colossal Whale is actually a huge problem for us because of Island Walk plus Exalted. And he's almost assuredly going to eat Damia with this Colossal Whale. So our draws definitely have to be better than this. Okay, the Emissary. That's great as far as using your last card in hand. I don't care about that guy at all. Yep, Colossal Whale. Yep, Colossal Whale's gonna eat Damia. That's what we figured. We're gonna get smacked in the face for 8. He has nothing else to play, so we're gonna go and just F6. The counterspell doesn't do anything. Yeah, we would rather send her to command zone. No blocks. Recycle. Does recycle do anything here? I'm not sure that it does. Well, let's go ahead and we'll play it either way. I think we have to try and find some action here somewhere. So let's play that. Play this land for the turn. Another land. Let's go ahead and do black, black. Blue. We'll play this Nighthawk. Still want to keep land up for a counterspell, or not a counterspell, but a piece of removal. Okay. Emissary. No reason to not play that. It's going to draw us 2 cards. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we're just probably going to have to take the hit from the Colossal Whale this turn and then rift it so that we can catch it with Counterspell. Most of these cards I'm actually just totally fine with discarding. The Thragtusk hurts a little bit. Okay, 2 mana. 3 mana. Oblivion Ring. Okay. You're gonna get rid of my recycle. Of Chromatic Lantern. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, if we're taking the hit this turn, it may just be better to not rift this turn and then rift during his turn, force him to replay everything. Okay, eat my Nighthawk. One thing that does stink is obviously we're not going to get any draws. So we need 7 mana here, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That leaves us with 5 left. There's not really anything we can do with that. Go ahead and send it back. Colossal Whale, everybody. Who'd have thought? Seek the Horizon. Okay. That's fine. You can find some land cards if you want. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and rift. Once all these triggers are done, we'll let him scoop up one of our guys if he wants. Either of these, you know, once it gets swallowed by the whale, that's actually just fine. Because we're gonna get value out of either of these. Okay, just gonna eat Venser. What does this guy say? Return it to the battlefield? Yeah, okay. So with that, yep. Tap my Visionary. Swallow that guy. We know the other cards in your hand are lands, so it's fine to go ahead and rift. Massacre Worm is going to be great for when all this stuff gets replayed. And we're going to just bounce a land. Just anything that comes into the battlefield tapped. And we got our lantern back, which is nice. I think that rift was definitely a nice tempo swing. Yep, Soul Ring is fine. Yep, that guy's fine. You're gonna play your knight as well? Yep. No? Oh, the Oblivion Ring. Okay. Now what are you gonna take this time? My Vampire Nighthawk. Okay. That seems weird. I'm not sure why you picked that guy. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and just play Damia here. And then we just want to make sure we hold up counterspell mana. Cool, and a land for turn, which is perfect. Null Perfusion, not in love with. That's going to be the card we discard. I don't think we want to be drawing too aggressively. We're pretty far behind in life. So this may get us action, but I think that may just be too greedy, especially without a way to increase our hand size. So we'll just pitch that one. I think the main thing here is just going to be to try and catch that colossal whale, you know, when it gets cast. Okay, Benediction, that's fine. Okay, now it's going to be the knight. There's the Emissary. And a Frontline Sage. Okay. Yep, and there's the Coastal Tower we already knew about. Alright, Damia's going to let us draw back up again. Hopefully we find a Reliquary Tower. We did not. There's our Lab Maniac. So, what do we really have here? If we Gaze of Granite for 3, or for 4. If we do it for 4, we lose our Lantern and these two guys. But he loses everything. Or we can do Revelation to find our Reliquary Tower. So this is going to have to be at least 6. So that's this, this, and one of these, which leaves us with 6. And then we couldn't hold up Counterspell. Would actually maybe just enough because we're going to be playing the land that we get. So yeah, let's just go for it. We'll do this, this. So that and 1. I don't love playing Diabolic Revelation for 1, but we have to find that Reliquary Tower, or we're going to be just discarding too much. So let's play that. Okay, Runescar Demon's not a bad draw. Let's go ahead and gaze. So black, green, black. Actually, let's not cast that. On the off chance something happens to our Chromatic Lantern, we want to keep that up. So black and 4. Yeah, I think that... Oh, actually, as a matter of fact, something is going to happen to our Chromatic Lantern, so... So it's going to pretty much ruin his board state. We're going to lose this, this, this. This will survive. We get our Nighthawk back, and he gets a land. I'm definitely feeling more comfortable now. We have ways to find spot removal for the whale if it does get slipped in past our counterspell. And turn, what is this, turn 12? We're finally getting to deal some damage to our opponent. It's definitely been a long game. This Exalted deck has been outstanding compared to apparently what I'm playing. I had to use a lot of resources to just manage his threats, and I'm already at 15 health. Did you find Rafiq? No, okay. A Rock's Bodyguard. Yeah, that guy's fine. It's not a guy I'm interested in countering, that's for sure. We still know you have that Colossal Whale and probably 2 lands in hand. Yeah, they were all plains. And, yeah. He probably has those still in hand. Unfortunately, Damia is not drawing us any cards. Let's go ahead and play this Mire. And we'll sack it. Just go ahead and grab Bayou. I think at some point we'd like to find Omniscience. We're still getting low on life too. So let's go blue. We'll play Arcanist. It's going to help us ramp up our draw. And then we still got to hold up our counterspell. So I think what we'll do here is play Runescarred and find our Omniscience. Then we can play that next turn, and then obviously our land situation gets much better. We're not relying on tapping out almost every turn. We're also all the way down to 56 cards in our library, so we have Lab Maniac in hand. We could probably combo out if we needed to. We only have 10 minutes on the clock. Unfortunately, the Omniscience Recycle into Lab Maniac combo doesn't... it's not a fast combo because you have to play a million spells, especially if our opponent doesn't yield and just makes us play every single spell. Oh, Daxos. Okay, that's a pretty good dude with Exalted. He does get eaten by our Vampire Nighthawk though, so that's actually just fine. So there's another land. Let's see, is that one of the ones? Yeah, so he played another... Looks like he still has the Whale in hand and probably another one of those planes. He's holding up a lot of mana. I think he's waiting for another opportunity to try and get that Colossal Whale down. Can't say that I blame him, that's for sure. Let's go and play another island. Syncopate, good. That's makes me a lot more comfortable about finding Omniscience and playing that. Looks like we're gonna need one more. Yep. We have plenty of green black, so we'll pay it with this. Okay, Omniscience. This may put it away. I know that when Omniscience shows up, yep, that normally ends up putting away games. We still had a lot of gas in our hands, but I think we were getting to the point where we had stabilized and he wasn't going to be able to get past the threats that we had or we were going to play. We also could have comboed out that turn, so it's worth noting that too. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a like. Let me know what you thought of the game. I thought that was pretty good. That Exalted deck was pretty good. And of course, subscribe if you haven't. But until next time, this is Epion, signing off.